who we serve. So our final word was that faith works. Say that again, faith works. Come on, say it again, faith works. One more time, faith works. So that's living comfortable in chaos. Living comfortable in chaos. Today's message, part 2 of faith life, I'm going to call it Blood Brothers. I'll show you how I connect to that in a minute. Say that again, Blood Brothers.
Blood brothers.
I'm going to say we're blood brothers.
We are blood brothers.
My God, I'm going to say it again, we're blood brothers.
We are blood brothers.
I'll show you how this connects. First part was living comfortable in chaos. Amen. In faith. Now, I'm going to show you the second part of how and why you can live comfortable. It's got something to do with this right here. Blood brothers. All right, let's go through this right here. In the Septuagint, that's the Greek translation of the Old Testament, is what I'm pulling for. Their writing. This is, again, Greek. They pull from that same statement of Habakkuk. They use Galatians 3:11. But they quote that phrase, the just shall live by faith. But in the Septuagint, it's not from our end, it's from God's end. The just shall live because of God's faithfulness to his people. This is the Septuagint, how they interpret that same passage. Up until now, we've approached it from our perspective, faith in God. But in the Septuagint, they write it is that the just shall live by God's faithfulness to us. We'll say it again. Originally, it is the just shall live by his faith in God. And that is true. But in their writings of that same passage, because the word faith here translated as faithfulness, which I had it up there, faithfulness. But in their what they pull from they reverse it and say that we live because of God's faithfulness to you. So you don't just live by your faith in God, you live by God's faithfulness to you. You starting to get that now? So, in other words, I don't care how much, I hate to put it this way, but you'll see it. I don't care how much faith you have in God. If God is not faithful to you, you can't trust him. So most of the time we are blessed not because of our faithfulness in God, but because of God's faithfulness to us. That's why we sing the song that, Father, I stretch my hands to thee, no other help I know. If you withdraw yourself from me, where I'm going to go? I can't save myself. My life is predicated upon you saving me. You doing for me what I can't do for myself. And many times when we're not faithful to God, God still remains faithful to us. So we're not just saved by our faith in God, we are saved by God's faithfulness to his people. That making sense to you now? So in the Septuagint, they bring it all the way home so that we don't say that you're going to live just by your faith in him, because there are many times in life you don't feel so inspired faithfully. You feel like you let God down, or whatever it is. You don't feel on that high. But it got nothing to do with your feelings. God gave a word, and he stands by his word. Thank you, Jesus. And David put it best that oh my God. If I took the wings of a dove and just flew to the uttermost parts of the earth and trying to get away from everybody, lo and behold, God is still there with me. He's ever present. So he went on to write in the psalm that he is my refuge and strength, ever present help even in times of trouble. And I don't care what happened, if the earth be removed and cast away and mountains dissolved, God is still God on the throne and he remains faithful. And he said, when I send my word, I'll suffer heaven and earth to pass away, but my word going to stay suspended. It's not going to return to me void. The majority of your life rests upon God's faithfulness to you. You're successful by his faithfulness, not by yours. And he's much more faithful to us than we are to him. Lift your hand and say thank you. I'm going to say that again. He's much more faithful to us than we are to him. I'm going to say that one more time. He's much more faithful to us than we are to him. And so in that translation, the Septuagint brings it all the way home and says that the just man lives because of God's faithfulness to his people. It's God that's faithful. The word we translated is faithfulness. So what it really means, being when we put that in context and perspective, that the just man lives, and here it is, by faith in God on the one hand, and God's faithfulness to you on the other hand. Come on, say faith in God, and the faithfulness of God. One more time, faith in God and the faithfulness of God. See, this we're getting here now. So the just man live by faith in God and also the faithfulness of God to you. And even when your faith in him is a little shadowy and wavery, he still remains faithful to you. So this faith in God and faithfulness of God is really what we call a covenant relationship. Because that's what it is. A covenant is a mutual understanding between two parties. Come on, say that. Covenant really. This is going to put me right in the heart of what I want to talk about. I got one thing. I'm going to open up this. We'll close. So this is a covenant. Faith in God on your part and in faithfulness of God on his part. So we live by faith in God, but we also live because of the faithfulness of God, that God remains faithful to us. That's how to just live. That's a covenant. That's a covenant relationship. So you're in covenant relationship with God. Say, I'm in covenant with God. I'm right in the heart of where I'm going, because this is going to open up in a minute. Come on, say it again. I'm in covenant relationship. Talk to somebody and tell them this is not a one-sided thing. Hallelujah. This is a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement. It's a covenant relationship. Thank you, Lord God. And can I tell you something about a covenant relationship? Even if one breaks the covenant is still in place. Hey, that's the greatness about a covenant. God gonna keep his promise no matter what. Thank you, Lord God. Now don't go out here and break your covenant, because you can lose a lot of benefits. See, they got mutual, the blessings attached to everybody staying in agreement with the covenant. So you can take it for granted and lose many blessings. Thank you, Lord God. And I want more blessings. I can't afford to lose nothing. Hallelujah. So covenant does though mean that if one falters whatever, I'm in covenant to stand united with you. But you can't take that for granted, because there are conditions and blessings attached to your faithfulness to the covenant relationship. So the just man lives by faith in God and the faithfulness of God to his people, which is a covenant relationship. So to put it in context, and so we can move on then, the just man lives by covenant. The just person survives by a covenant, by a covenant. The just is going to flourish and recover because of a covenant. Thank you, Lord. You're in covenant with